Morning. Good morning. All right, good morning. We'll go ahead and get started. Take your questions.
John, just a question about attendance to everyone here, and I know there's a lot of questions about Stefon.
Yeah, Steph is not here. Everybody else is here at the current time.
How concerned are you about that?
Oh, very concerned. Yeah, very concerned.
So it's not an excuse.
I'm not going to get into, and listen, I respect everyone's questions and what they want to know about our team. Right now, I'm not going to get into that anymore. So we'll talk about practice. Happy to do that. Happy to answer those questions, and we'll move forward from there.
No, more information leads to the changing narrative and the changing situation, our understanding of what's happening. Here's the latest on where things stand with Stefon Diggs. And the last time I joined you, we talked about how the Bills had said that Diggs was not there for practice today, which has been confirmed from the reporters there. He was there yesterday, was there this morning, then left and was not there for practice. I've recently talked to Adisa Bakari, the longtime agent for Stefon Diggs, who told me a couple things. First of all, he found, in general, that press conference answer that Sean McDermott gave to be a little odd, to say the least, considering the conversations that he has said were happening behind the scenes, including meeting with McDermott, with Brandon being the general manager, with Stefon Diggs' position coach. He talked about an in-house situation that they are on the way to resolving. Sounded optimistic there that the situation will be resolved, but it does sound like that is why this whole situation has occurred, because of his as yet unspecified in-house issue. I asked him, is it contract related? He said it is not contract related, which makes sense considering Stefon Diggs is set to make $24 million this year, and his contract was restructured before the season with a more than $22.5 million signing bonus, so basically cannot trade him. So anyway, not contract related, and according to Bakari, should be on the way to being resolved, which is all good news because it's June, and if it takes a little bit of time to resolve, by the time you get to training camp and real games, hopefully this is all old news.
Do we expect it resolved before tomorrow? In other words, do we think he's going to be on the field, any insight whatsoever at all this week?
It did sound like at least that was possible. We will see what happens. I would say, had you asked me this morning, I would have said, sure, probably going to be on the field today, and then he wasn't. So this is a mercurial situation, Andrew. We'll update it by the minute.
I know internally we're working on some things, not football related, but Steph, he's my guy. I fucking love him. He's a brother of mine. This does not work, what we're doing here, without him. We wish he was in here today and was out there on the field with us, and that's not the case. But I've got his back no matter what. And again, I've got no doubts that we will figure out what's going on, and freaking love him. I can't stress that enough. There's things that I could do better, and to help out with this process and try to get him back here and be the Buffalo Bill that he's meant to be.
What's good, everyone out there in the blogosphere? It's Coffee tapping back in with another one, man. And this Stefon Diggs situation continues to play on everything we saw last year till now. Are you concerned? Is this cause for concern in your opinion? I mean, last year, this run that this Bills squad has been on, pushing to try to get this Super Bowl ring, again, almost getting to the mountaintop and falling short, and how just tough it was last year. I point this out as fans. We go through it. We get emotional. We get mad. We get happy, everything in between. And then you got these players, just as fans, the way we feel. You got to look at the players and the way they go out there and put it all on the line and what they go through. I mean, yes, they're paid handsomely for what they do, but, you're tripping if you don't think that it hits them right in the feels, just like us, and a million times more probably, and we saw the way it ended last year. It was just such a crushing way, the highs and lows, and things to just come to a halt the way they did in that fashion, and Stefon Diggs and Josh Allen, little turmoil on the sidelines. Josh and Steph had said things to assure us it's all good, everything's good money. But I don't know, there's been a lot of speculation is something going on with Stefon Diggs. And we saw him go on that show, The Shop, and everything like that. And for the most part, based on everything that he said on that show and the tweets and all that, it seems like Steph is just being Steph, and it just is what it is, and everything's going to be all right. But we know he's been a no-show. And up until this point, weighing everything that I just went over till now, I'm like, you know what, man? I ain't tripping off this. This maybe is getting blown out of proportion a bit, but real talk, at this point now, I'm really starting to wonder, do we have something to worry about? Are you worried? Like, what is the deal with this in-house situation? You know, Bills Mafia has been going wild in the wonderful world of Bills Twitter, which again, man, I always got to point out, Bills Twitter, the Bills Mafia fan base, the way everyone taps in together and everything. It's a lot of great convo. It's just a blast. It's just another fun aspect of being a Bills fan. Except for lately, I've been seeing some wild-ish going on that I never saw before in Bills Twitter, with catfishing, weird relationship-ish going on, motherfuckers begging for money and trying to steal money from people or whatever. Like, I'm just like, yo, what's really good with all this? You know, this is the type of vibes you see all over the blogosphere, and never seen it in Bills Twitter before. But I don't know, comment, my fellow Bills Mafia, with your thoughts on all that. But getting back to this, you know, Bills fans reacting, and I don't know, you know, it seems everyone is kind of up in the air about this, but some are speculating that this in-house beef, or whatever you want to call it, disagreement, static, is Stefon Diggs not being a fan of Ken Dorsey. And I really got to wonder if that's what it is. You know, I don't know. Like, we need Diggs. Okay, we got a lot of talent on the field, but we need Diggs personally, you know. And I don't know, this just has me so on the wall. Like, really, just, is this really bad, or is this just a bump in the road, or what? You know, Diggs has been here for a while. People always point out to the way things ended in Minnesota and stuff like that. And I don't know, it's just wild. Like, he hasn't been at OTAs and all that. And again, that was cool. I'm like, okay, he's just taking it easy. He's just clearing his mind. He's just doing him. But now he's showing up and he's leaving. And then you hear Coach McDermott saying flat out he's very concerned. But then you hear reports of, you know, what the agent was talking about, kind of almost acting confused by what McDermott said. But in my opinion, McDermott's pretty much a straight shooter. So the fact that there's just this kind of miscommunication and disconnect between Diggs and his head coach and his fellow players, just everything, the franchise, I don't know. I just don't like it. But I'll tell you what I did like and do love to see is Josh Allen. How about that, man? He didn't just say, you know, oh, I got Steph. He said, yo, I fucking love that guy. That's my guy. I got his back no matter what. And that's what you got to see, you know, as a lot of this speculation was what we saw last year, Diggs and Allen, when frustrations were boiling over on the sideline, you know, that really was getting pushed into the blogosphere and the news cycle like that was really a beef or something like that. And it's like, nah, man, Josh and Steph are good. So I don't think there's anything there. But I don't know. Like, what do y'all think about it? This in-house issue, you know, it's not contractual. I was about to say, like, come on. You know, I was just thinking the same thing what they said. He's slated to make a hell of a lot of fucking money this year. As you guys recall, last year during the offseason, there were some things that played out on social media. And, you know, Diggs wanted that extension and he got it. He got that payday. He got that brethren. And now here we are a year later. And I don't know, something is rubbing Stefon Diggs the wrong way. And I really hope this gets sorted out sooner rather than later. So, I don't know, man. You see Bills Mafia reacting. You heard what the coach, what Allen, what the agent had to say to the press and everything like that. Jump in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Let's talk about all this. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to sub up Stay tuned. It's Jay Coffee talking music, news, sports, current events, life, and much more. A lot of Bills stuff coming, a lot of NFL stuff coming. Don't forget to tune into the live streams where you can call in and chop it up with Coffee. That's what it's all about over here. Hearing from you guys, the people in that comment thread, in those lives. Let's get it. I'm out of here. Y'all have a blessed day. And I'm gone. Peace.